Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 859, and today's topic is the raw materials used for the forming of glass, or we can say for manufacture of glass. The raw material for the industrial manufacture of glass is selective, because we know that the most important ingredient, which is 90%, is your lime, silica and soda ash, and some other metallic oxides, carbonates are there. So they are known as glass forming material. So we have to select all those metallic oxides, alkaline earth oxides, carbonates, which are used to form the glass in the furnace. And second, special materials are which are used for improving the refractive property of the glass, refraction, for decolorizing unwanted colors, and in this case widely it is used selenium and manganese oxide, and they are known as decolorizing glass material. And the second one we are using, that is to make different type of color, they are known as color agents, like cobalt oxide with dark blue, in a very small quantity they are used. So all these materials are selective, and we have to check their percentage, which is very important. For example, in the case of blue color, in decimal you have to use very small quantity of cobalt oxide, because it's very deep blue, so it can give you the blue color. Someone will give you the ruby color, yellow color, green color. So chromium, nickel, manganese oxide, all are used as a coloring material. And when these materials are selected and they are put, then we have to go for making the material for glass, that is called base material. And there are different industrial processes that I will be discussing one by one. So here I have mentioned lot of glass forming alkaline and alkaline earth metal oxides, acids, their carbonates, and decolorizing materials. And the next one is that in glass industry, which is very commonly used, is a secret of glass industry, that is called cullet. Cullet means they will collect used glasses which are broken, and they will make it, crush it and powder it, and they will add into that base material while they are putting in furnace. So it goes from 10 to 80%. Why they are adding it? It is a trade secret to reduce the cost of the glass, to get the maximum profit or benefit in the industry. So number one, the raw materials from which glass is made must contain glass forming oxides. I am giving emphasis that all oxides are not glass forming oxides. They are particular some metallic oxides, metallic carbonates. They are known as glass forming materials or substances, and all of them they have listed here. They are listed here, and some of them they are very common, and those which are in the form of ore, their name is given, and with that name their formula is also written. Oxides such as alkaline and alkaline earth elements, or metal oxides which form the glass body. Number two, the materials which form the glass are, now it is given, which form the glass are, first is, that is your quartz. Quartz is actually silica, and if we are saying sand, means it is with some impurity with silica. So quartz and sand, silica is the same substance with little other association. The third one is boric acid. Fourth, borax. Next, soda ash, sodium sulfate, caustic potash. These are all very common names, all these metallic oxides. Caustic potash, limestone, we also call it lime, magnesite, borite. So borite is actually barium sulfate, whiterite is barium carbonate, kaolin is the ore of the aluminum and silicon dioxide with 2 molecule of water of crystallization, that is Al2O3, 2SiO2, 2H2O, that is called kaolin. Kaolin is very, very important material. It has some other uses also in crude oil drilling, because it makes very smooth surface. Then minium is lead sulfate, litharge is lead oxide, zinc carbonate, aluminum silicate of sodium, potassium and calcium. So these are all whatever listed in capital letter, they are known as glass forming substances in the form of metallic oxide, in the form of metallic carbonate, but they are used for the glass making in glass furnace with different ratios as per their need. Number 2, the second material what we are adding in the industrial manufacture of glass is decolorizing material, and that decolorizing material is mainly selenium and manganese dioxide. So the decolorizing materials are selenium, that is Ac. It is used as decolorizer in a small amount in some glasses wherever there is some cloudiness. The purpose of decolorizer is to destroy the unwanted color centers in the glass. B is manganese dioxide. This manganese dioxide is also used for the same purpose as a decolorizer. And the next I am going to discuss, that is filling material, the powdered used glass one, that is called cullet. So here 3 substances are given. One is cullet, that is the broken pieces of waste glass that is used in order to lower down the melting point, and also it can bring down the cost. Second one is to improve the refractory property of the glass, and third one is that is coloring material, and in some of the cases I have given the percentage where it is clear, percent is given, and in some cases the industries they manage their own percentage. Number 3, cullet. Cullet, it is broken or crushed glass from waste glass, and it facilitates the melting and is utilized as waste in batch material. Batch material means when finally all the materials with what ratio is required is mixed, that finally when it is ready to put in the either pot furnace or tank furnace for heating up to 1600 degrees centigrade temperature, that material which is finally ready for processing is called batch materials. So in that batch material, this cullet is added from 10 to 80%. Batch materials, by mixing of this from 10 to 80%, it also decreases the cost of glass production. Number 4, refractory materials. They are a special type of refractory materials and have been used in glass manufacturers. They include alumina, chrome, alumina. So these 2 are there, alumina and chrome, and third one is silica. So they are known as refractory materials. In modern furnaces, the generators utilize basic refractories because of the alkaline dust and water vapor. Number 5, coloring agents, or you can call them coloring substances. The common glass coloring agents are given here. They are the ones which are used for different color. The fluorescent of colors of the glass is very beautiful glass, ruby red, fluorescent blue, green, all these colors. So they are first copper oxide, that is copper oxide, CO, then manganese dioxide, MnO2, cobalt oxide, CO is symbol for cobalt, this big capital oxygen is for oxygen. So this is CO, big O, cobalt oxide, gold chloride, AuCl, nickel oxide, NiO, carbon C, sulfur S, and selenium Ase. The different shades are given with the different percentage. For example, to produce a red color, for red color we are adding cadmium oxide 1.5% plus selenium 1%. When these percentage are mixed, there will be production of red color in glass. Then ruby red. For the production of ruby red, we have to get colloidal gold plus copper ruby, that is CuO. Then next is light yellow. To produce light yellow color, we have to add selenium, that is cerium oxide 2%, and tin oxide 2%. So 2% cerium oxide and 2% tin oxide will give you light yellow color. Then deep blue color. For deep blue color, cobalt oxide is 0.1%, and for this cobalt oxide, the industries have to be very careful because it is very deep color, and if there is slight difference in the percentage, the glass will be very much deep in blue color. The black color is produced by manganese oxide plus Fe2O3, that is ferrous oxide, and the fluorescent greenish yellow color by the addition of uranium oxide, and where the percentage is not given, it depends upon the industries who are producing the glasses. So with this I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.